Okay. What's this here? Trying to see why it says an hour and something. I don't care. Um. Okay. That's before we get into it. Uh. Yeah. Got a lot of steam to blow off. So yeah. Might as well. Might as well get that out of the way. Might as well go and be upfront about that. So I'm not. It's not anything directed towards her or anything. But yeah, y'all know how I get when I do these streams. I don't care. I just say what I want because I can. Because by the way, I have to drink apple juice or water or something like that. I mainly drink water because for some reason when I talk, my throat gets dry, and I did it on my Christian stream yesterday. For some reason my throat just gets dry when I'm talking, so I had to do this. But yeah, this whole thing right here. Um, First of all, my whole opinion on the dating world is just kind of weird. It's so much harder to date now than there was. A lot of good people I've met were long distance, were like states away or hours away. It's just, and I just never liked long. I've always hated long distance. Um, because it requires perfect. Your communication has to be uh, perfection. It has to be bar none. Like second to none when it comes to communication. It has to be like just like extremely perfect. You can't miss a beat. And then now dating, and even in the dating world now in general, you can't miss a beat. Everything has to be perfect. If not, you're just screwed. You don't stand a chance. You could either turn the person off, uh, they don't want to talk to you anymore, uh, they lose feelings or lose interest. People lose interest so quick now. It's just weird. The whole dating thing is just it don't take much to lose your chance, to lose or miss a shot with somebody. You like somebody, you pretty much only got one shot, or you're screwed. Um, I just don't understand it, and well, I say I don't. That's why I always that's why I was led to. Looking back on it, my past, especially my past relationship stuff, like I'm not cut out for this kind of stuff. The way things are now in the dating world, I don't have what it takes. I'm not cut out for it. I probably should have found uh, my my interest way back in my 20s or something like that. But I'm not cut out for it because uh, there are some things that I suck at that's required to have. You have to be excellent at those things in a relationship, and I ain't no good at it. So it's just me being honest. But we're gonna get on with the festivities, and we're gonna get on with this. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do the interview. I'm give my thoughts on it, of course. Of course, y'all know how I am. Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Mm-mm. Yes.
Oh, this whole thing is dumb. She gonna play nice until he comes around there, and the reason why I'm playing this first because it's gonna there's some things that are gonna come up in the interview, and that I'm gonna call BS on. That's why main thing.
Uh, would you want me to open the door for you?
Look
Are you? You're recording me?
yeah.
And she's trying to embarrass the man she's trying to embarrass him live for some stupid reason. I don't know what's this era doing, what this age is with freaking dating You're trying to embarrass somebody because they're taken to a cheesecake factory. Is he really doing this? Is he? First off, I don't. She wasn't even interested in this guy. First off, I don't know why we play this game when it comes to dating. I don't know why we're playing this game. She wasn't even interested in this man from jump. I mean, no interest whatsoever. You can tell that there is nothing. If there's any genuine interest, she wouldn't have cared where he brought her. Where she wouldn't have cared. But all this crap about all these standards and I have standards. There are no freaking standards when it comes to somebody that you actually like. People don't have. We don't have all these stupid lists. We'll get into it.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory.
Who gives a crap if it's a cheesecake factory? You just didn't want to even go out on a date with him. You had any interest in it? A simple movie would have done. Anything would have done. But just snobbish stuff. I don't know where you women are getting this stuff from. I'm not saying all women. I'm just doing a disclosure. I'm not talking about all women when I mention women in this video because I'm going to say it an awful lot. You don't like it, I don't know what to tell you.
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant.
So what?
Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
Who looks like what? What do you look like? Please explain it. Because you're not all that, sweetheart. You're not all that. I don't care who gets mad at it. You're not all that. You're average at best. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Want to talk about it? I'm I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah.
And he's been nice and respectful, by the way. She deserves way more words than this, but he's been nice and respectful.
I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
She let him get all the way out of the car, go all the way around there and open the door. Oh no, I'm not doing this. What's wrong with people like this, man? What's wrong with people in this timeline? Are we in an alternate reality where no one just gives a crap about other people or something?
Oh, okay.
I think she locked him out of the car. That's what it seemed like. Weird, man. Weird.
So,
So yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk
You-
about it.
so you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to look at. I mean, when you take out a beautiful woman,
Yeah, when he takes out a beautiful woman, he's supposed to court her. That's why he took you to the Cheesecake Factory.
and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right?
So you say,
You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cut.
take care of a woman that you just met, and you don't even know if you like her or not. That's what we're supposed to do, huh? That's what we're expected to do now as men, guys.
Cover her. You're supposed to.
We're supposed to take care of a woman that we don't even know who she is. We don't even know her last name, but we have to take care of her. We have to buy her outfits. We have to do all this other crazy stuff, and we've never even met her before in life. Yeah, that's what we got to do.
To protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
But he just met you.
And
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Not
I
at the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect,
I like how he's gonna handle this. I mean, it'll just go.
with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty
and then-
nice, but I mean,
And then,
Cheesecake Factory.
Yes, Cheesecake Factory. That's what you deserve. You actually deserve less than that. But he's being nice to you today.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Everything, just like what you just did. Not opening the door, or getting out of the door. Not going to the freaking Cheesecake Factory. Embarrassing him in public. I mean, I think those things, even I haven't even named all of them, and that all of those justify you having what you deserve, which is what you got which is a ride home. But yeah, I'm just holding back here. But embarrassing him live on whatever social media platform you're broadcasting from.
Well, I mean, like even like when we
But then it backfired in your face. I mean that all of that.
were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
It's too early for a fancy gourmet restaurant. Then, how about that?
I
Yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I
yet.
can respect that. I can respect that. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
and then, but
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. I can't hold your hand. Well, I can't act like I like you, but you're not good enough for that. But you're good enough to spend a whole bunch of money on me at a freaking restaurant, and we don't even know if we're gonna see each other again. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
No, you're not. You're not. You're doing everything you're supposed to do as a stuck up, whatever. I said I was gonna be nice. No, I didn't actually. You're a stuck up piece of trash. Sorry.
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
No, there's a lot wrong with you.
Look at my plan, where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where
No, you shouldn't. You better be glad. You know what? That's where we're gonna go originally. She wasn't gonna appreciate it if he took her there. Because she expects the 5-star treatment, so she's not gonna appreciate it. A lot of women like this, and like I said, when I say women, I'm referring to this type. So I don't think he's bashing women. No, there are a lot of them like this. They expect the 5-star treatment. They expect 200% the whole time. That's what makes a lot of these relationships so freaking hard. What makes dating hard, because they expect all this crap that a lot of men can't hope to give, because everything's expensive now. They want you to defy. They want all the works, and you don't even know who they are yet. You gotta pay for my outfit. You gotta get my hair and nails done. You gotta do. I deserve the best. Well, you go get it. You might not get it from me. You might not get it from other men that aren't suckers, but you have every right to go get it.
where we should have went. All right there. Call
See-
him. Call him.
No.
No, good sir, good job.
What do you mean no?
See,
I
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you
Oh yes, he did, sweetheart. Yes, he did.
yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right?
Mm.
And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I understand.
For an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to...
She ain't even looking at this man. Look at this. She's online, going live, talking to the live audience. She got her eyes over there, but she ain't really looking at him. This is not a genuine conversation. This is not even. That's why I wanted to go over so I could pinpoint everything. She ain't even acknowledging this man. It's just, well, I gotta work. She don't care nothing about this man. Why do women date men they don't give a crap about? Why do y'all waste y'all time dating guys y'all are not interested in? I'm just trying to figure this out. If you got work and you got money, you're INDEPENDENT and all that junk. Why can't you take yourself out? If you're not really interested in the man in the first place, just take yourself out to a freaking restaurant. Buy yourself all these crappy things that you want that we care nothing about. We just buy them to try to make you happy, but you don't appreciate them anyway.
invite you up into my apartment.
And
That is not possible.
and that's why I'm saying
Okay, so a gourmet restaurant is not possible. You don't get to do that. You don't get to well, you can't I'm not going to treat you like I'm interested, but I want you to go all out. Screw you.
I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy relationship.
There is no relationship. We just freaking met, man. Ain't no relationship. We're just going on a date
Restaurant is
for the first time, by the way. And this is the impression she left. I'm embarrassed. Wait, she'll say that in the interview. Watch. I'll be embarrassed. I won't be able to live it down. No, you're embarrassed. You just. Oh my goodness.
Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I
mean,
would have been.
I would have
But-
been. He's telling you he's gonna get ready to drop you off at home, which is what you deserve.
If we're late, I mean, I told you
we weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left
An hour
your
late.
place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other.
Run the beat back. Wait a minute. I think. Hold on. I caught something. Just watch. Hold
If
on.
we're late, I mean, I told
we
you
weren't
twice.
late.
No, go back again. I
Which I'm
think.
still willing to do. I
mean-
would have been, but if we're late,
A lot of people missing this. I'm catching it though. Just y'all watch.
I mean, I told
we
you
weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot
I mean,
and waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other.
Guess what? Guess what I caught that a lot of people probably didn't catch. It was her fault they didn't go out to the gourmet restaurant in the first place. You want to know why? Because she was late. She was an hour late. He said that's where I wanted to go originally. He had a gourmet restaurant. He had all planned out. Have a gourmet restaurant. He had the 5-star restaurant already planned out. But she was late. She was taking her time. She was the one half stepping. So now he had to take her to the Cheesecake Factory because they missed the freaking reservation. She was so late coming down, didn't acknowledge him, all this other stuff. Okay, so now we just have to, I guess we just have to go to the Cheesecake Factory. He already had it planned out. He was gonna take her somewhere special. She was the one messed up. She did that. It was her fault. But now she's all mad and snobby. Well, we should have went there first. If you hadn't took your time and just trying to make a grand entrance, y'all would have went there. He was trying to do all that and get to know you. You had no interest in this guy. Let's just be honest. We got to stop lying in relations and trying to date. Let's just be honest. Y'all date men that y'all don't even care about. Y'all take them on. Y'all let them take y'all out so y'all can get free meals, so y'all can get free money, so y'all can get free stuff. Let's just be honest here. We're not being honest. Because women actually care about you. They don't really. You don't have to have a 5-star treatment. All they want is your time and your effort. I know the difference. When they really don't give a crap about you, they want you to spend all this money on them. They're not going to acknowledge you. They're going to treat you a certain way. You can tell when a woman doesn't give a crap about you. You just can tell. It's just there. She obviously had no interest in going on a date with this guy.
Is there another restaurant you can call that,
No.
equivalent to
No. After what you did, hell no. You deserve what you got, which was a ride home.
that? I mean,
I
you
literally
don't
just said-
understand. Look at me. I cannot
Who cares how you don't look all that?
go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
No comment.
That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
I think she's embarrassed to be seen with him. To be honest with you, She don't want to go out with this guy. Well, we just got to stop lying. The reason why that's why it's hard to date because there's so much lying going on. No one wants to be honest, and then when you're honest, you either run the person off, you either turn them off, you scare them away. We're not even allowed to be honest. That's the weird part. So it's just I can't say the word. because I also have a ministry channel, and I don't want to be I don't want people to look at both my channels and hey, there's a cussing pastor. No, I'm not a cussing pastor. Sorry, you're not gonna get that from me.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, I'm up.
exactly.
So
Good
you
job,
just
sir.
want to call it a night?
Good job.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
Good
I'm
job.
sorry, y'all.
He's
But
out the parking space.
Good job.
If I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see?
I
mean,
You handled yourself well, sir. You deserve a pat on the back.
not gonna go through
I
with
mean,
the rest
come
of the day.
on. Well,
It was her fault that they didn't get the reservation in the first place because she was late. And then by her doing all this crazy stuff, going on this stupid charade, yeah, no.
I mean, you are serious. You really mean it.
Yes, he is.
I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late.
Oh, now
I
she's gonna backpedal out of it. No, it ain't gonna work.
understand that. I understand
Crazy
that
man.
I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
Yes.
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So,
my god.
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes. Yes. Start driving these women home that are unappreciative. Not saying all of them are. Some of them, there are a lot of them that will respect your time, and wherever you take them, they'll appreciate it. They'll appreciate Applebee's. They will appreciate. Some of them, I know some that will appreciate the drive-through at Sonic, a Chinese restaurant. There are some that will appreciate those things. A little a beach date. Um, there are plenty out there that will. She's just not one of them. And a lot of women don't even date men they're interested in. They just date men that have what they're looking for. It could be free meals or whatever the case may be. And yeah, that's just she just got what she deserved here.
We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, yeah. Because you're doing too much.
I understand where you're coming from.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's what I wanted to call out. It was her. She was the reason why they didn't go out to the freaking restaurant. She wasn't gonna appreciate it no way. All she's gonna do was just expect it and then expect it again the next time.
Rise and shine, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Truth Factory. This episode is going to be a little bit different. Typically, we talk about devastating issues inside of relationships and try to talk about the nuanced things in that relationship to heal it. This time, we're going to talk about dating. So, I don't know if you guys saw the viral video, but there's a viral video where a woman is taken to the Cheesecake Factory and she does not want to go inside of there. She does not want to be embarrassed. This conversation ended up going viral, and here we are. Alicia, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, thank you.
Jay, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the show, and thank you guys for being willing to come here and have this dialogue. I'm sure you guys have gotten a lot of flack, maybe even some backlash and things of that nature from this video going viral.
Well,
Before we get into it, we're going to take a moment and just relook at that video. It's been a couple of weeks, so here we go right here.
Yeah.
I seen this already. I don't want to. Let's get past all that.
is that
Nothing.
I should have just clicked on this then, huh?
Got it.
Yeah.
Too
Before I
late.
ask you
Oh
a
well, who
question,
cares?
Have you guys had a second date?
No.
No second dates.
You know they didn't have a second date. Come on, man.
So I'll start with you, Jay. What has dating been like for you since that video went viral?
Since I was on the video, kind of unexpected.
I might not have put my best foot forward, you know,
No, don't regret.
and so I feel like, well, I've not really met anyone since who I've really gotten to get to know like that, because a lot of women, they might have seen the video or might have heard from it, or maybe a friend of theirs has seen the video and shares it with them, and so they kind of had this image of me based on the video,
Absolutely.
and it hasn't really helped.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like they might
Oh, they're trying to.
everything.
I see something in the chat trying to offer me a promotion. I'm not. If it's a monthly subscription and all that, I ain't paying it. I'm sorry. I'm not. I got enough subscription. I'm good.
Thing about me is reflected in that video, and I don't think it is. And but yeah, it's been difficult.
Sure.
Well, and it's even before this, you know.
It's difficult as a man trying to date in this generation anyway, because there are so many requirements on men now. Because a lot of I don't know, a lot of women have had poor choices in dating. It's so many requirements on us now. It's just it's really impossible for a guy to try to date now. You really can't find anyone by dating. You have to kind of stumble upon the person that's good for you. A lot of people find their match when they're not even dating, when they're not even looking for a spouse. You can't even really just look out there anymore because you're just gonna keep finding women like this. They just keep popping up. It's like an infestation.
Dating has already been difficult for me. You
I
know?
imagine your views kind of clash with what you're looking for and what they're looking for.
Yeah, I think so. Cause
I'm just not looking for anything anymore. I don't care. It's just because you get what you're looking for. You realize you really don't want that, and then you get something else that you might like. You don't want that, or it goes wrong, or they don't. When you get what you're looking for, they don't really that what you're looking for ain't looking for you. So it gets to a point where you just want to say screw it, because it just it's so like I said, so much required now. Um, I can't keep up with it. I have to realize uh, I can run a business. I can do a lot of things. I can there's a lot of things I can do. I can run a job, handle a lot of different types of business, and organize stuff, prepare taxes. But dating, this is the one thing um, in this day and age that I suck at. Dates used to be really easy. Going on dates used to be easier. Relationships used to be a lot easier. Now it's impossible, man.
is, I mean, I think in general, my values kind of reflect wanting to build something that lasts.
Yes, sir.
And I want to make sure that anyone that I meet is willing to build a really strong foundation based on our mutual values. And I think
That's how it's supposed to be, but people that think like this can't find anyone because no one cares about that anymore. Only thing people care about now is money. I mean, everyone cares about money because everything costs money. All the good people try to find a date. Don't if you think I'm wrong, try to find someone to date. Everyone you'll meet, all the good ones that are worthy are going to be long distance. You're not going to be able to find anyone in your area. Trust me.
in general, a lot of the people that I meet,
Because everyone I've had serious connections with were not even in my city. You have to travel and drive and tear your car up to get to them. And it still might not even work. Still not guaranteed because you still may do something or say something to piss them off. And the one chance you did have, you don't have, you can't even try to make things work now.
either they don't have time to set towards building something like that, or they just don't want to because
It ain't that they ain't got time. They don't want to, period. People make time for what they want, and we just don't want to. It's just a lot of I don't want to going around when it comes to dating now.
they're younger, they want to experience,
Experience being promiscuous.
casual dating or whatever it is,
Promiscuous.
and it's just not something that I'm looking for right now.
Understood, understood. So obviously, guys, Jay's saying that they have a negative, they're viewing him in a negative light when it comes to dating. When I saw Jay, I saw someone who was making some excellent points, who knew what he want, and he's actually now like a Giga Chad in the manosphere world, in the red pill community. The brother's being mentioned everywhere for the way he handled that conversation. Now I'm going to ask Alicia as well, because during this conversation, Alicia,
Alicia.
Thank
we'll
you.
get that right. Okay, so Alicia, you didn't seem to really disagree with what he was saying. Now you had a definitely a different opinion before he gave you his mind, right? But you
Right.
seemed very receptive to it. Can you explain to me kind of what you were thinking and how you saw him in that video? Because he's saying they took him in a negative light. What do you think?
Well, yes, I think once we had the conversation, I could see my role in the conflict.
Okay, okay.
Let's back up a little bit. To be fair, I mean, I was always raised that the man is supposed to
He was always raised to be single.
cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me.
Court me by taking me to a 5-star restaurant, even though we really don't even know each other. Even though I was gonna take you there anyway, however, since you were so late, we missed the reservation, so I had to try to take you somewhere else. Then I showed you where we were originally going to go had you not been late, and you still griped and complained, and then you tried to embarrass me on national television. You tried to embarrass me live on social media because we didn't go to the place you wanted to go. So you try to embarrass the man in public. This is the kind of crap we doing in this generation. This is how it is when you date. Nowadays, they embarrass you when you don't give them what they want. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That means wherever I want to go, you take me.
Man, screw this. No. We go where we can get to know each other. You do what I want and do what I ask. Man, no, man. Y'all don't own anything. Y'all don't own nothing. I don't know where people are getting this attitude from. All this entitlement crap. I get everything I deserve. Man, screw that. We don't even know each other. So you ain't getting all that.
Absolutely.
Wherever I want.
They don't appreciate it no way. No, go back to full screen. They don't appreciate it no way. All they're gonna do is expect more and more and more. The more you give people, the more they're gonna expect. Don't believe me? Ask anybody that's ever been in a relationship that didn't go right. The more you give them, ask people that date narcissists and see if I'm lying. There's a lot of narcissists out here now. So probably everyone you talk to has probably dated a narcissist. The more you give them, the more they're going to expect. You're not going to get anywhere with it. You're not going to get anywhere because there's so many selfish-minded, materialistic people out here. Only thing they care about is money. Only thing they care about is what you can give them. They don't care about you. They care about what all. I have a famous phrase for this generation. All they want is what you have.
What? You buy me. That's courting.
No, that's not courting. That's called using someone, taking advantage of them. What are you gonna do for him? What are you gonna do for the guy? Y'all talk about what y'all want. What are y'all gonna do for us? We have to give y'all all our money, all our effort, everything, but we don't get anything. What's in it for the men? Tell me.
You know, I'm looking for a provider. So,
I'm looking for someone that's worth freaking fighting for. How about that?
but
That's going to actually appreciate it. I keep clicking. I don't know what I'm doing to make it do that.
after the conversation, I could see how there was a lot of I
Okay.
in that exchange.
It's just a lot of eye in what you just said too.
It was I was definitely very self-centered, and I can
You still are.
appreciate if I do want someone to provide for me. I at least gotta be a little bit nice.
Absolutely. Okay.
You think?
Okay.
You think embarrassing him on live, trying to embarrass the man? You think that was a little too far? You think trying to expose him, saying you were embarrassed, trying to shame him? You think that may have played a role in this? Huh? Goodness, man, this I can't stand dating in this age, man. This is terrible.
Great. So now I ask you this, based on your idea of dating before your conversation with Jay, how did you grow up? Who also thinks that way? I'm sure you have friends who think.
Probably her whole family, probably her mom or family, if she has sisters or whatever, they probably all think that way. That's why they're all single. That's why they will never find anybody.
That way. I've heard it a lot.
I mean,
Okay.
everybody. I mean,
That's why everybody is single that she knows because they think like this. This crap. This whole generation is screwed, man.
that's what the man.
And whoever's parents of these people, good luck trying to have grandkids because you'll probably never get them. Because if they think like this, they'll never get no guy's really gonna want to date them or be around them because they're too selfish. People are just crazy now. They want everything but don't want to give it. It makes no sense at all.
And he's supposed to be the provider.
Absolutely.
What is she? What are the women? What are the women gonna do? If we got to give everything. I don't see. We know all. We know men. We know our role. We know we're supposed to be providers. We know we're supposed to protect. We already know this junk. But on a first date, when we're just meeting, now we're trying to connect. We're trying. Whatever happened to connection? Whatever happened to us getting to know each other? Whatever happened to those genuine conversations? Whatever happened to that crap? Why does everything have to be about money, whatever it is, resources, hair, nails, and freaking money? It's just dumb. No substance. The conversations have no substance. Everything is about money and what we can do, what we have to do, what we need to do. No one's just actually having genuine conversations when you try to date now. You cannot get a genuine conversation. It's all money and business and resource. That stuff gets draining and tired and bored. No one wants to talk about those. We don't want to talk about that stuff, ladies. We do not want to talk about that crap. It's interesting. We just tolerate it. Some of us don't even tolerate it. We like to have genuine conversations, genuine connections with people. There's none of that going on now. It's rare and in between when you find that.
So, and I'm a beautiful woman. So I'm expecting to be treated.
Entitlement. That's what it is. That's all it is. All this explanation. I'm expected, and I'm just beautiful, and I was taught. You're entitled, and you're a butthole. Let's just keep it real. You're an entitled butthole. You're entitled. You think you deserve more than what you deserve. But you got what you deserved on the date, which was a ride home.
Like royalty.
I'm sick of this stuff. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sick and tired of this crap. People think because they're beautiful, they deserve the freaking world. They think they're better than everybody else. I deserve it. I'm royalty. I'm this and that. Whatever you want, just go get it. If you're so royalty, where's your $1,000,000? Where's your palace? Where's your mansion? Where's all that stuff you say you deserve? Why can't you get it? If you deserve it.
I mean, come on. So that's
But
what
the
I was
kicker
doing.
is, how do we treat him? And that's where that's
Right.
They treat him like garbage, like what she did on the date. You treat him like trash, but you want royalty. That's what y'all want. Y'all want royalty. Y'all want us to roll out the red carpet while y'all piss on it. That's what y'all want.
the disconnect was.
Right.
In the video, now of course I'm sure you think of it differently now, but in the video you basically told him that you're not going in there, you know your value. It would be embarrassing for you to go inside a Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
Now, so when I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside a Cheesecake Factory. Your
Yeah.
peer group. So
I would
peer
never-
pressure probably keep.
Ain't no grown person under no peer pressure. Let's stop. If you're in your 20s or 30s, you don't have peer pressure. You everything you do as an adult is your choice. Whether somebody else told you to do it or not, it's still your freaking choice.
I
You
would
from
never
Let's
live
just
that.
stop
Oh my
playing
God.
around.
Yeah, I
Let's
would
quit
never
playing,
live that
man.
down.
wow,
I
just
mean,
a date at the Cheesecake Factory, they wouldn't let you live that down.
We play too
no,
much,
I have
man.
an
As
image.
grown folks, an image. What kind of image?
Nikia
Wow.
does not do that. I mean, that was, that was my circle though. That's how, I
Sure.
mean, that's what, that's how we roll.
Just
Sure.
I
stop,
mean, to
man.
be quite blunt, that's how we roll. Hypergamy is a big, is a big thing.
We
And
don't need all these huge words. What it is, she had no real interest in dating this guy. She had no real interest in really getting to know him. She just wanted to go to an expensive restaurant. She probably, if we're not there yet, I want you to spend a whole bunch of money on me before I decide if I even like you or not. How does that sound, guys? That sounds stupid, doesn't it? Exactly, it does.
my circle is what, I mean, it's what we've been taught. Why, I mean, as a black woman,
You were taught to be single.
I'm gonna go there. I mean,
No, don't go there. Do not embarrass black women like this. Do not embarrass black women like this. Please don't. Because all of them don't think like this. All of them do not. I've met plenty that that won't even think this. Won't even utter half the words you uttered. Do not embarrass black women, please. Please do not. Because all of them don't think like this. I've met plenty that were happy with pizza and wings at home. I've met plenty that were happy with Chinese or a beach date or a walk on the beach, a walk in the park. I've known some that were happy with that. I've met them, you know. So yeah, all of that stuff. I'm a black woman. I deserve everything. I deserve the world. Shut up. That's what you deserve. Shut up.
as a black woman, we're really tired of having to settle. We want
Then stay single. If you're tired of whatever it is. This man was respectful. He was kind. He was being generous. All this selling. What do you deserve? You deserve what you get.
to be treated well. We want that soft life. So
No, you have to earn that, sweetheart. That's what you have to don't fail to understand. Y'all are entitled. We are tired of this other. No, you're freaking entitled, and let's stop it. Let's stop playing around with this stuff. Let's be serious. Let's just be honest with this. You're entitled. It's not that you're a black woman. It's not that you're tired of being mistreated. You're freaking entitled. You think you deserve more than what you actually deserve. You feel in your heart, in your feelings and emotions that you deserve more. You're entitled. Let's just stop using all these big words to try to sound smart and try to sound like, oh, it's so genuine. I was just touched. You're entitled. Let's just be real. A lot of women are freaking entitled. They want more. Then they don't even deserve more. They're not even worthy of it.
that's what I thought I was going after. How
And any woman that wants to say something negative to me, bite me.
However, what I understand is a part of having a soft life is being cooperative,
Being soft.
not being
She wasn't being cooperative on the date, so why would she want? This is stupid here.
combative,
You're
right?
right. Actually being
Embarrass the man freaking live. You have to be cooperative. Oh, it's only you know what? Screw this.
Right,
right, being
right,
receptive, being
right.
sweet,
Absolutely.
being pleasant.
She's not none of that though. She isn't any of those things.
Right? Because we do understand the value of
Goodness
resources, but it
gracious.
can't be just something for a
Why
lot.
do y'all spew stuff out that y'all? We have to be sweet and kind and we will have to get along. Man, she was being a butthole the whole time. She only softened up when he put his foot down. Why do we have to be mean to y'all for y'all to get it? For y'all to understand? Why do we always have to be buttholes? We don't like being that way, okay? We don't like being mean jerks. We have to be so y'all respect us. It's stupid to me. I don't understand it. I've never liked being like that. I don't want somebody to bring out that side. If I have to be like that, I hate that. That stresses me out. Would I have to be mean just to get a point across? Have to be disrespectful just so someone can hear me? That's stupid to me. Because it's not in me to be that way, and I don't like being that way. It's just dumb.
Lifestyle. Resources, a man's resources is not just for a woman's experiences and traveling and the lifestyle they'll live when married is for providing for the family and the children. And that's why she should seek a man and, respect his resources or prioritize his resources, not just for what it can do for her.
Right.
Right. And so when you were in the beginning of it, you was just saying, I'm not doing it. It seemed really selfish. Right.
It was selfish. There's no seeming in it.
And I appreciated that when I saw
People dating people are selfish. I'm not sugarcoating none of this. I'm sorry. I'm not putting it in a nice way. I'm not live doing an interview. No. I'm not in front of the news camera. This is my channel, and it's going on my Terrell Speaks YouTube channel. It's probably like 16 subscribers on there, so no one gives a crap anyway. I just say that's why I say what I want. I'm glad it's small. I'm glad not many people look at it because I get to say what I want to say.
the video myself. That's one of the things I covered is wow.
I don't have to sugarcoat. I could just say it how I want to say it, and no one will care anyway.
I've never seen a woman that receptive to being accountable, right? And you were, but Jay, however, didn't want to go out on a date. He wanted to discontinue that date, and he wanted to take it on to the house. Jay, is that your first time stopping a date midway through and going on back home, or?
Yeah, something like that's. I'm sorry, at least that's the first time I've really like put my foot down to that kind of extent. But it's not like an isolated incident,
okay.
Like I've gone on dates with several people now, even before her, where they had very specific things they were looking for in a boyfriend or whatever, and
we don't have it. We don't have what these women are looking for now. The things that women want now, we don't have it. We just simply don't have it. It's just not there. What we're looking for in these relationships now, it's not out there, man. You're not gonna find it. You usually, like I say, you usually find it when you're not looking, because you're not gonna find it in the market. It's gonna be some off the market. Like it's like finding a house off the market, off market house. Nobody's really. It's not in the real estate listings, but it may be some random house somewhere you may run across that someone just so happens to be selling. In the mainstream market, it's trash. You're not going to find anything there.
Even within my own circles, right? And that's just not something that I'm looking for, because I was raised like we were talking about how she was raised, whereas with me, like my family, like we've passed down the name for ages, and we're a very close-knit, strong family.
You passed down your first name, Jay? Like
yes.
Your father's and father.
Yeah,
how many generations, probably?
I mean, I couldn't really count it myself.
Wow.
Because I mean, the thing is, like, I'm from India.
Okay.
And the partition happened where, like, India was separated from Pakistan. And a lot of my family were on both sides of that, and we had to come back together.
Wow.
And we had to, it was very important for us to stay strong after the fact. At the time, maybe we didn't care as much about creating this legacy, but ever since, it's like that's been one of the strongest parts of our family, is the importance in creating a legacy. And with that in mind, like, I've grown up with the idea that I want a strong family here now that I'm living in America.
That's gonna be hard to do in America, buddy, because these people, Americanized people, suck. I'm sorry. When you're Americanized, all they care about is money and resources. Now, I'm not saying that those things aren't important, but that's all they care about. No personality, no substance, no character, nothing. It's just all money. Everything's about money. How much money you got? How much resources? What can you afford? I'm sick of it. I hate the way what this society has done to human beings. I hate what this society has done to us. What it's forcing us to be like. I hate that we're forced to always think about money, always chase money. Always. I hate that we have to be emotionless robots just to survive. I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate what it's done to us. I hate the dating scene because of it. I hate that everybody's in survival mode now, so we all have to just focus on making money or just striving 100% of the time. Now, there's nothing wrong with because I got a couple businesses that I manage, but nothing wrong with spending some time towards money. But you want your mind to rest sometimes. Jesus Christ, we got to have balance. There's no balance. It's all money or all nothing. All resources or all nothing. Just screw this society, man.
Only kind of relationships I seek are ones where that is the only value. That is the biggest value. That is the most important thing.
And family is just ruined. Family is ruined because of this garbage. Everything is just, so ever since all this, because we're brainwashed in the media to go after this stuff. We're chasing a fantasy, the fantasy world. Because men and women were meant to work together. But now it's so screwed up that now we're separate and divided. Well, I got to get everything together before I get a woman. Or I got to be a millionaire before I date. This is stupid. No, you don't. You don't need all this crazy stuff to date. You don't need all this crap. It's just two people having a genuine connection, for Christ's sake. We're making it more complicated than what it is. It's not that hard, but we're making it hard because we're douchebags.
For the other person as well as for me.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's actually powerful. So your family going through all that they did, it caused you guys to really idealize relationships, right? And
specifically relationships that last.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so here you are in America dating. Yeah. And mostly in our culture, where you stated earlier you were a black woman. Of course, we have been through some things, right? In our culture here in the States and throughout the whole diaspora, I like using that word. But a lot of times our culture has been stripped and we haven't yet began to idealize relationships, so we're more so going along with the flow.
We're entitled.
So here he is in America and he's meeting.
He's not entitled.
A woman who's in America and she sees dating.
A woman that's entitled. A not entitled man, a respectful, self-respecting man meets a woman that's entitled and that wants the finer things in life, but she wants him to get it for her.
The way Americans see dating. And so I can see the clash.
America's concept of dating is trash. Our concept of dating is horrid. It's filth. I wouldn't even piss on it because it's so horrible. It's like a cesspool. You ever smelt one of those things? I've had to do a foundation on a restaurant. You ever smelled a cesspool? That's what dating is like in America.
That.
Yeah.
He's looking at you as if that's selfish. You're looking at him as if, he's treating you beneath your worth, your actual value.
And he's not treating her beneath her worth because the things that America values, instead of time and value and respect and getting to know someone, actually taking out time to really get to know who you are, that's not valued in America. You know what's valued in America? Only how much money you have. It's the only thing that's valued around here. Money. I'm so sick and tired of talking about money all the time.
So here's what I want to do, guys. Mm-hmm. I want to go back a bit. Can y'all tell me how y'all met? I want you to tell me how you guys met.
So I was in Midtown, and I barely even have time to go out with friends and all that. But it was a really close friend's birthday, so I went to get some drinks for the first time in ages, and I saw this beautiful woman, who it seemed like every other guy
who's entitled
in the bar was either intimidated by or too shy to talk to
because she was entitled.
And I thought, what the hell?
Hey, maybe I just go talk to this woman, and she's just like every other American woman.
Why not? And she was, minding her own business. And I asked her, her name, Alicia, and I thought that's beautiful name. And even despite how loud it was in the bar, we were still able to talk a little here and there. And I got her number, and she had to go. And so we kept talking after that for a little bit. And then like a week later, I asked her, "You want to go out to this restaurant?"
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be, right? You talk a little bit, you go on a date. It's not. It's in America nowadays. Try to do that now in America. Try to freaking do that now. You'll find out how incredibly hard it is, how incredibly impossible it is to actually try to date. You'll find out how impossible it is. It takes so much money now, so much of everything now. It's that much harder now.
And I told her it would be a surprise. And maybe that might be a problem on my part. You know, it might have raised the expectations a little bit. But I guess the surprise ended up being Cheesecake Factory, where
Right.
the original surprise was,
I want to get to that. You had something else planned for her, right?
Yeah.
Because of how the evening went.
And here we go. It's going to be reiterated. It was her freaking fault.
The Cheesecake Factory happened, right?
yeah.
It just goes to show, man, these type of women, they don't appreciate nothing, man. You can give them the world, they're still going to complain. A lot of women now, not all of them, again, but a lot of them, just generally speaking, they complain about, you can give them everything. You can give them a 5-star restaurant, they're going to complain where the seating is located. They just find things to complain about. You could be giving everything you have. You could be trying everything you can. They're still going to complain. They're still going to have a problem with something. They're going to find something. They're going to find a reason to be turned off. They're going to find a reason to not like you anymore. It's just crappy, man.
And can I just say before
Sure.
I love the Cheesecake Factory, and it's a place that I've gone to for like every birthday. So like it wasn't just like a random restaurant to me. It was also like a place that I've gone with my family throughout.
She don't care about that. She ain't even appreciating that. She ain't studying that. I'm sorry. I mean, it is sentimental. I can empathize with it. But these people, you have a lot of people out here in America, both men and women, that don't appreciate none of that. They don't care about you, your emotions, your feelings. They just want you to do for them. It's sad, man.
My entire life, and I love Cheesecake Factory.
So you didn't.
They want what they want.
See because you guys were late, she wasn't ready. You weren't able to take her to the restaurant that you wanted to take her to. You figured I can't go wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yeah.
Small
Apparently, he could go wrong because she's entitled.
birthday restaurant,
It's my lucky.
she'll love it.
And that's the lucky spot too.
Yeah, she's entitled.
The perimeter.
Lucky spot.
I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll come back to that one. No, I'm kidding with you.
Okay.
Alicia.
Yes.
So Jay, you see Jay walking up to you in the bar, say Midtown. He's walking up to you. He's gonna talk with you. There are other guys around you. Did you notice those guys probably want to talk to you? Did you see that? And
Yes, I did.
so what made you say, okay, I'm gonna give this guy a chance? What was it about him?
Well, he was bold enough to come up and talk to me for
Confidence,
one.
okay.
So yes, I definitely am attracted to confidence. He just seemed like he had a pure heart.
And money.
He was, very thoughtful, engaging.
And you thought he had money.
I mean, the
Well, he did, but look, listen. If we gotta earn a lot of things with y'all gotta earn some things. We got standards too. Y'all can't just be. We can't just spend all our money, all our resources, and then y'all not meet any of our expectations. Y'all complain and fuss and nag and talk crazy to us, but we have to just sit there and deal with it. I mean, come on. We don't really have to, but that's why y'all are single. But
the only
you're figuring that out.
he won me over. He did win me over, but I'm a tall woman, and so there wasn't necessarily like that immediate attraction. But as we began to talk, it was really his heart that made me say, I'll give this.
Now, I'll admit, she is a pretty woman with her attitude, man. it just turns it off for me. Her attitude, the way she handled herself that day, it was just kind of like a huge no, man. So I can understand why he approached her because she's tall. But with someone that says, "Just look at me, I ain't beautiful, I deserve everything," you immediately become ugly after that to me. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't deal with all that. That's just extremely arrogant, um, entitled. Not saying a woman that knows that she's beautiful, that's not arrogant. But someone that thinks she deserves everything on a silver platter because she's pretty, no, miss me with that.
This got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where you draw your line? Is that typically you don't date guys who are, guys have to be at least your height or taller before you would date them?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. That probably makes.
And like I said, I'm not saying that women don't deserve to be treated right or proper. It's just y'all gotta come off this snobbish stuff, man. All this entitled crap, and just come back down to earth, please.
It difficult finding someone suitable for yourself. Um, you are what, 6'1",
I'm almost 6'1", yes.
almost 6'1". Wow. So that means, let's see, 14.5% of men are at least 6 feet, right? But that next 2 inches for you to find someone taller than you, that's 3.6% of men in the entire world that are tall enough that are they're at least 6'2".
I know.
Is that discouraging?
I mean, I only need one. I only need to
You need one, but he needs to be that height. He needs to make the resources, right?
Yeah.
He needs to be funny. He
Have a lot of money.
needs to be charismatic. He needs to be disciplined.
Then you have to be funny. You have to have a lot of money. You have to be able to pay every bill on earth. You have to give them the world. You have to be charming. You have to roll out the red carpet. You have to have a horse and a carriage. You have to have a Mercedes Benz and a Bugatti in the yard and a BMW. And you have to make $500,000 a year. Plus you have to make at least $200,000 net income, and then you have to be 6'5". Then you have to either have a beard or some kind of whatever kind of haircut they're looking for. You have to have all this other extra crap before they can even speak to you. It's stupid.
And that
Well, they have a right for their preference. They have a right to want what they want. It's just, you see how impossible that stuff is. How many people will line up with that garbage? But let me actually all these things on the list, when they actually when they have a natural attraction towards a guy, all that list won't even matter. When they find a guy that they're really interested in, they'll lapse they'll throw the whole list out the window. They'll ball it up and throw it away. If they find a guy, he may not have anything on that list. They say if he meets, she just finds him naturally attractive. She won't care if anything's on that list. He won't have to have a dime. That's the point I was trying to get at. He won't have to have it. He have to have all this stuff. They don't need all that. Guys, you don't need all that stuff. It's good to have it for yourself, but there are women that'll be attracted to you. You don't even have to have all that garbage. You don't have to be 6'5". You don't have to have all that stuff, man. They got all these long lists. They see, this is the point I was trying to get to. Women make men jump through hoops when they do all that when it comes to men that they don't like. I want them to have this. They only tell that to men they don't like, to men they're not attracted to men they live in a fantasy. They do that for men, but when they find a man that they actually attracted to, screw the list. They're just gonna date them, and he don't even have to have a good paying job. He could work at McDonald's, for Christ's sake. If he has the look that just turns her on, it won't matter where he works. It won't matter, none of that. Because women like this, you got some of these same women, they date thugs that mistreat them and talk crazy to them. Or rough. They date roughnecks and all kind of other guys that didn't treat them right. We're tired of being You're tired of being mistreated, so you make every other guy after that pay for that. You put all these crazy requirements on the next guy that's trying to love you right, trying to be kind and respectful, but you didn't do that with Pookie and Ray Ray and Tyrone. You didn't do that with them. You put up with a bum for years. Yeah, they put up with bums. They date bums. They date men with no jobs. They date men with no transportation, no car. They'll date them for 8 years. They'll go through the mud for them. They'll go through the trenches. But when a man that works hard that's trying to do something, oh, they point out every mistake he's ever made. They hold everything against him. Any iota of a mistake, he's out of there. She automatically loses interest because she never was interested in the beginning. Because a lot of the men that they've dated, that's who they're attracted to. Those are the ones they really like. What they're doing, they're trying to give guys like him a chance. They're really not attracted to these guys. Who they're attracted to is who they're used to dating already, which is the Pookie and Tyrone. Those are those are the men they actually like. We're tired of going through all of that. They just don't. So they put all these requirements on the next guy because those guys aren't really the ones they really like. So they make them jump through hoops. You have to jump through a fire ring. You have to pour gasoline on yourself and light yourself on fire to get their attention. That's what it is. She don't like him because she already said it. I was going to say it. Well, I've already said it. She wasn't interested in him. He got to be 6'5". He got to be my height. Look at that. She's taller than him. He's clearly not her type. He's clearly not her type. We're tired of settling, but y'all spend your whole life settling.
It doesn't discourage you. Like,
I'm an optimist. But no.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
but
it.
no, I mean,
An optimist.
logically speaking, I
Entitled.
understand what you're saying. I've heard this many times. But I haven't given up on
Being entitled. You haven't given up on being entitled. That's what you haven't given up on.
I hadn't given up on that. But I'm actually open. I really enjoyed our conversation, so I would consider.
Well, sure, and I was going to commend you for that. I didn't see it as a. I know you're saying that they have to be that height, but it seems that you are willing to, make an exception, just like you did for Jay here when he walked up and he had the confidence of a 6'2" man.
I told you. See? They'll make an exception if they find a guy that they actually like. They'll make a lot more exceptions than she made for him. If she actually likes you, that list is just crap. You don't have to have anything on that list. Those lists are all made up from their head. You don't have to have that stuff for a woman to like you. You don't have to have it. If she's a lot of these, that's why I say a lot of these women date Pookie, Tyrone, and all those. Some of them don't have to have anything, and they'll spend 8 years with those guys. They'll spend 10 years with them. Some of them are married to these type of guys. But then all of a sudden now, when they come across a man that genuinely wants to love her and care about her, she put all these different requirements on him. She point out all she do is nag and complain and point out every single mistake that he makes, or try to dog him and drag him down, or make it sound like he's not good enough. But you spent years with a guy that treated you like dirt. I'm just not understanding. I'm not saying she did it, but there are women that do that. Then come out of that and they're entitled for some odd reason. Now they deserve royalty. We've been through a lot as black women. Everyone's been through a lot.
You want to at least hear what he had to say, and that's a good thing, because it may not be the cookie cutter thing that you plan out. So if we're going to look for a happy relationship, a harmonic one that gives our children and our lineage what they need for years and generations to come, right? We may have to make an exception or two, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it's not what we want; it's what we need, and we have to be more open to what we need.
That's absolutely true. I was going to say, when it comes to how we date, I think a lot of it is just the information that we have, right? So what I noticed from
we don't have much information to go off of, apparently, if we're screwing up so much when it comes to dating.
Yours and Alicia's conversation, Jay, is that you had a different view of altogether of what dating should look like leading up to a relationship, and she had a different view. And
and
now,
like what I should say is, I mean, at the very end of the day, like, I understand dating in America is different from
It sucks. Just, I mean, dating in America sucks. Let's just come out and say it.
where my family's from. And
It's a lot different because Americans are entitled and y'all are not. See, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not sugarcoating nothing tonight. Y'all might as well get ready. Nothing is getting sugar. I'm just gonna say it. I'm the translator. Dating over there is easier because they genuinely care about each other. Believe in family values, and dating over here sucks because all they care about is money and freaking resources. And what can you do for me lately? What have you done for me lately? What can you do for me? What's in your wallet? That's why it's so hard. That's why it's different. See, he ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because I don't care.
in a way, like, it's perfectly fine.
No, it's not.
It-
It's not, because how come y'all have families and stuff overseas, but over here it's hard to find a date? How come it's so hard to find a date over here? How come people are getting married overseas everywhere? They're getting married and staying together and building generations of family, but over here it's hard. People don't even want to. Women don't even want you to take them to Applebee's without complaining and whining.
to have
If you try to be nice to them and all that, you get friend zoned. But if you act like Pookie and Ray Ray and Tyrone, you get the royal treatment. They move you in their house, and you don't have to have a job. You don't have to have anything. They'll move you in their house, and you can eat up all their food and drive their car while they're at work.
have those views and to think of dating differently. I just think, for me, I have a very specific criteria, and it's not a long list of criteria, but it's just certain values that I
sure. Well, I think a lot like you. That's why the video stood out to me. I believe relationships should be harmonic. They should be for a reason. So I believe
That's just the way it is how it should be, but we're not going to find that here. That's why a lot of people are single here, because what we're looking for, it simply doesn't exist. You have to look, you have to dig 10 feet underground in hopes to try to find it or something. Some other crap.
believe in dating with intent, right?
Yeah.
But many people in our generation today, they see dating as something that's just fun. They don't see it as a way to establish a
It sucks. My point exactly.
healthy relationship. And that's what I was
Because we're not healthy. In order to have a healthy relationship, it requires you to be healthy. A lot of these people, I'll say it, because since let's go back to her point, saying she's a black woman, she deserves all this. We're broken as a community. So when we're broken, we're gonna date like we're broken. So we want all this crap that we don't need to replace the actual values that take part in a healthy relationship. So we think money and resources in the car. Now it's good to have those things, but they are not the foundation of a relationship. A healthy relationship is the foundation of a relationship. Healthy communication. But we're not healthy, so we can't communicate healthily because we're not healthy. We're so broken, we can't appreciate anything. When someone tries, we've been mistreated so long, that's the only thing we're comfortable with. When someone tries to treat us right, someone tries to do right by us, it creeps us out. We don't know how to respond to it. We don't know how to handle it because we're just not good at receiving good treatment. We're not good at receiving it. We suck at it because we've been mistreated for so long. We're broken, and even after you heal, being treated with respect, being someone valuing your time, your energy, someone like he did with her. He was very respectful. He was trying to get to know her and all that. She didn't appreciate any of that because we're so broken. We were taught wrong. We're all screwed up in the head. We think that 5-star restaurants and shiny cars and spinning rims, all that is crap. That's temporary bull crap that's gonna fade away. All the values that we've lost, those values. We lost that wisdom. We lost everything that we used to have. It was not about all of that. Marriage and relationship is supposed to survive the test of time. It only survives as long as your bank account is full, and that's stupid to me. It's stupid. It's dumb. We've gotten so caught up in money and all the stuff that's on TV that we've lost all sight of common sense and wisdom.
I was going to say there's almost little to no understanding as to what dating should look like when you're trying to establish an intent for a meaningful relationship. And I think
Because we don't want one. We want all this crap to fill a void that nothing can fill. Nothing can fill the void that we have. Nothing.
that's the biggest problem. It's not so much that people are necessarily selfish or entitled. It's more so that they don't.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's not. No, no. We are selfish and entitled as Americans. That's why we not getting anywhere in relationships because we're selfish and entitled. We expect people. You know how many people I've run across. You try to have a genuine conversation with a woman, and she automatically expects you to cash app her, or she automatic just because you like her, she wants you to send her money. Is that not selfish and entitled? And I've ran into multiple ones like that. I don't give them the time of day, but I've ran into multiple, just sparking conversation. Hey, how you doing? I need $30. Come on, man. Not selfish and entitled. I deserve. Not. Did we not watch the last video? We're selfish and entitled. She's selfish and entitled. I don't care. We can call. We can do all this. We could do the hokey pokey and all this all you want, but I'm not buying it. We're selfish and entitled. Where I don't care. Look, whatever road you took to get there doesn't matter. You're still selfish and entitled. You still arrive at the destination. You still just like narcissists. When a lot of them have traumatic childhoods, traumatic past. That don't matter how they, because you can't fix them. They're in their eyes. They can mistreat you. They can treat you like crap. They can run over you. They can cause all kind of abuse in your life. But they're going to be the victim. No, nothing you can do to help them. There's nothing you can do for them. You can't help them. When you find out that you're with a narcissist, the best thing to do is run. Run for your life. It don't matter how they got there. I can help them. I can. No, you can't. We're all screwed up mentally. That's why we can't find anything meaningful. We can't find anything healthy because we're none of those things.
Don't know what they're looking for, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Oftentimes we think we know, but we really don't.
We don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when he asked you the question, you expect men to go all out on a date, huh? And you said absolutely. If he likes her, he should present that, right?
Yes.
He should lead.
Oh God, really? Should go all out. It all depends on the person. It's all preference. That's how you feel. Then find a guy that does that. But he was gonna do that if you weren't doing what you were doing. You weren't screwing around in your apartment for an hour.
Lead and be masculine. He should be willing to pay for the meal, show up on time, open doors for her, the whole nine. But when he asked you, what does a woman expect you to do? You said, look good, be there. And that's where the...
See the stupidity of this? He got to do all these crazy things. You see what I'm talking about? Now you see what I'm talking about. You see, I ain't just talking crazy. We have to do all this stuff. We got to spend all the money. We got to go on dates. We have to be kind. We have to be funny. We have to communicate well. We have to do all these crazy things. But all she has to do is show up. All she has to do is just be pretty and show up. But we have to do everything else. That's how relationships are being ran. They're all one-sided. Even when it becomes when it's flipped around, when women go through a whole lot of relationships, it's always one person doing all the work and the other person is just sitting on their behind, being an idiot. We're all knuckleheads when it comes to this. We don't know what we're doing. It's every relationship it's like it's freaking one-sided. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. All she has to do is show up, but he has to be courting and dating and spend all the money. Drive, he has to do all this extra stuff, but all she has to do is just show up. What kind of simp energy is this?
Right?
Disconnect was, yeah.
Absolutely. Because there should be things that a woman should do, right? So,
The women, that's why I say entitled over and over. Because what do you think that is? We have to do everything, but all she does is sit there and receive it. If that's not entitled, I don't know what is.
if you've thought about that, could you tell me some of what you think now? If he would have asked you that question today?
Sure. If you think about, if watching the video, it's like, how do you expect this person to keep giving, and you're not giving anything back? So now we're depleted.
Absolutely.
And so who's going to pour into him?
Wow.
No one. That's what's been going on. That's what's been happening all the time. That's why we can't give all the time anymore. We've given so much. Now we can't give because we're depleted, and all the woman does is walk away. We give everything. We pour everything into it. And when we're depleted and drained, I don't really know what to say. I don't really know how to help you. Bull crap. That's all we do is give and pour.
So, I mean, if you truly do want that type of protection provider, there has to be some balance.
Absolutely.
So.
Wow,
Christ, man.
That's very powerful. I actually took the liberty to make a list of things that men and women should look for in each other on a date, right? I'm going to read them to you. I want you guys to tell me what you think of in the end, okay? Let's start with what you're looking for in a man, okay? So what a woman looks for in a man is respect and courtesy. Would you say I'm wrong? Confidence, right?
Yeah.
Communication skills.
Absolutely.
Knowing what he wants, where he's going with it, right?
Yes.
Initiative, taking the initiative. Chivalry,
Yes.
okay? Resilience.
Yes.
Right, so even when you being a little bit, hard to get, he can push past that, right? The resilience. Generosity,
Yes.
okay? So here are the behaviors that look good to a man when he's looking for a woman. I'm going to ask you the same questions. You tell me if you like the sound of that. Men are looking for kindness, right? You want her to be really kind, really sweet, right?
Our women don't have that. Sorry. They're fresh out of that.
Pleasant. So what about
No.
active listening?
Yeah.
And you said when she
A lot of them don't have that.
got in the car, she was putting the makeup on and she wasn't really responding to you or responsive to you.
Yeah.
You took from that she didn't like you much.
Yeah.
Right.
She didn't like him at all. I mean, really. Like I said, women go out with men they don't even like. They're not even attracted to these guys. They're willing to spend his money. They want their cake and eat it too. It's just as simple as that. All this explanation and going around the world, all that other crap. She wanted her cake and eat it too. She didn't like the guy, but she wanted him. She wanted to go on expensive dates. While she took her time, she was screwing around in her apartment for an hour. She was entitled and all this other crap. She didn't really like him. Let's just stop. Let's stop doing all this. Let's just stop this longevity of explanations and big words and huge vocabularies and list of value. See, I like a man that does this, and I like a man that does that, and I want a man that does this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because all your past relationships were crap because you dated who you liked, who you actually liked, but they turned out to be crap. But now you find one that's willing to respect you and get to know you. And you put all these long lists of requirements. Now there's this long explanation all of a sudden when there wasn't. I'm not talking about her, but you have women that have kids by men that were losers. They got pregnant by men that were losers. But now they got all these requirements for men. They've laid down and had babies by losers. But now you have to do all these things. You have to be able to climb a ladder. You have to be able to dunk a basketball like Michael Jordan. You have to be 6'8". You have to have $1 million in the bank. You have to have all these crazy skills. It doesn't make sense at all to me. It just doesn't. That list is there for guys that they don't find attractive. I'm just being honest with you. They got this long. If she whips out a long laundry list of stuff to you, you gotta be able to do this. You gotta be able to do that. She don't really like you, man.
Encouragement.
Yes.
And you said that, being able to pour back into him, right? Positivity, right? So not being negative, having a smile on your face, right? respect for independence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adaptability. Okay. There was this time where you wanted her to hold your arm,
Yeah.
right, and walk you to so you could walk her to the car, and she didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
You
Because she didn't like him like that. She didn't even feel. Don't have no feeling. She didn't no attraction. She wasn't interested in the man.
expressed to her that you didn't like that, and that made you feel like, of course, with her not being on your arm, how can you truly protect her, right? But also her not doing that says she ain't really feeling me like that.
Yeah.
She don't really
She ain't. She wasn't.
like me like that.
And
Yeah.
I get, it was a first date. Maybe she's not at that stage yet. But
I get that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question.
And we're not at the 5-star restaurant stage. If we're not, I mean, I don't understand. This culture sucks. This culture is just stupid. It just needs to go to hell.
Let's just say you're out with him, right? You're on a date with a guy, and some guy comes up, takes your purse. Do you want your date to have your back?
Yeah.
So,
He has to protect me.
and even if he's not ready for that yet, right? Because he shouldn't even ask you on a date if he's not going to protect you if something were to happen to you. This is why you should take his arm. You see?
See how? Oh, I like what you did there, buddy.
So it may feel like I'm giving this guy too much of me, but it's more like I'm being cooperative.
Well, that's another point I want to make. She don't want to give too much of her, but we have to give all of us. We have to give everything we have. But they don't want to give us too much. Oh, I'm not there yet. But I want you to spend all your money on me though. I want you to do everything. I want you to go all in and do all this other stuff. But I'm not there yet. I can't. I want you to give me 150%, but I'm only going to give you 20. How does that sound, guys? Sounds stupid, doesn't it? Well, you're not wrong.
To the roles that we're playing. He's going to protect me if something happens right now. And so I'm going to stand close to him. This lets the people on the outside looking in know that I'm with this man. He is taking care of me. We're out together. Right?
It's like it kind of shows that you trust.
Absolutely.
I think. I felt like
Trust is a big word.
What women get out of a date is a free bodyguard. Because if anything goes wrong with her,
women get everything and men get nothing out of these dates. Let's just be honest. Because a lot of times we take them out on a date and we never see them again. They get everything they want, and we get nothing.
he has to really put his life on the line for her. Mm-hmm. So if a man asks you out on a date, you shouldn't say, I'm not ready to hold your hand. I know that seems like a move forward in a relationship, so to speak, but it's actually just part of a date. Your goal is to give him an example of what it would look like if you were his partner, and his goal is to do the same. So to a man, you not doing those things makes it appear that you're not that interested.
Definitely not ready to be a partner, I guess.
It also kills his ability.
She's not worthy of being a partner.
To be completely masculine for you on that date, because if you want,
I'm not saying that I am, but I can recognize real. How about that?
Take his arm, then,
I feel like when you just said like trust is a big word, it is a big word, but maybe the way I saw it is when you wanted to go out with me at all, that was you trusting me.
You're right.
And it did kind of hurt a little bit. I mean, again, I can respect boundaries, but it did still at the same time hurt my feelings.
It would hurt me too if I really like this girl and she really don't like me at all. She just wants to go to this famous restaurant, and all thing she thinks about is what I can do for her. She's not really interested in me per se. She's not showing any signs she's interested. And when we try to have a heart, and when I take her to a place, she embarrasses me on social media. That's the crap that would hurt. And when I try to talk to her about it, she don't even look at me in the face. She looks at the freaking camera. Those are some things to think about. And then you harp on it the whole time. But it's your fault because guess why? You were screwing around in your apartment for an hour.
You didn't trust me.
And of course, as men, we're going to try to be receptive to that and understand where you're coming from. But it does kind of limit his ability to do his full, to be his full masculine self in that capacity, right?
Yeah.
We have to be masculine even though we're being treated like crap. We have to be our full masculine. We have to be who we really are. We have to give it our all, our A game, but we're being spat on. That's what's expected of men now. Not saying all women do this again, but this is the Americanized bullcrap that we have to, that's floating around here.
The last thing I had here was intellectual stimulation, right? So we like when a woman can respond back and be attentive, right?
Yeah.
Have a good conversation, right? We look for that in women. And I definitely think she appeared to have that. You guys started off on it was a little difficult conversation, but it seems like she understood you. She was
Yeah.
receptive to what you were saying. Is that typical for you?
Well, typically, a lot of the girls that I met, as I said, like, they're literally only trying to date to date or to, like, have.
They're on bullcrap. They're not really serious. They really don't even like these guys. They're just going out to get free meals and whatever. Or some of them just want to be promiscuous. It's just crappy. It's the whole dating scene got whoever. If it's a dating pool, someone just poured a bunch of rotten fish in there. Then someone else came behind it and vomited in it. And then someone else came behind it and had diarrhea all over it. Put diarrhea all in the pool with the rotten fish and the vomit. Then they just said, okay, the pool's open.
I don't know, I'm allowed to use the word fuck buddy.
Yeah, sure. We're in hookup culture.
We're in a hookup culture, exactly. And so, like,
Well, you use the right word. I'm not going to say it, but you use the right word.
they're just looking for that. And so it's like, sometimes it's not necessarily.
These women don't want to commit to men. They just want what they want. They don't want these things. The things that we value in relationships, these people out here don't want it. That goes for a lot of the men and the women. People now don't want that stuff. They don't see no value in it. They value crap. They value what they value. And it's not what a lot of people are looking for, which is a healthy, sustainable relationship. People don't value that anymore. They value garbage. That's why even I'm guilty of it. We spent years dating and marrying and being with garbage. That's what we're actually attracted to. That's why it's hard to adjust when someone's actually treating you right, because what you're attracted to, what you're used to, is garbage. Because it's the comfort zone.
Necessarily about the values or anything like that. Maybe it's like more small talk, maybe, and maybe sometimes it feels like it's something that'll take more time to get her to open up or something
Sure.
like that. Where at the end of the day, they don't want a second date because we haven't gotten to know each other. And
They don't want to get to know each other. They just want, like I said, they want what they want. They don't want to get to know nobody. People don't want to get to know you anymore. You could speak to a woman and she'll ask you how much money you have. She'll ask you for money. She'll send you a cash out request. She'll do some old crazy stuff.
to me sounds so irritating.
And all they want is a free meal. A lot of them don't give you a second date because they don't really like you. They just wanted a free meal. So they suffered you. They tolerated you for that one meal. Some of them won't even let you touch them, won't let you go near them, won't even let you look at them for too long because they don't really like you. They don't really like us like that.
Because you didn't want to get to know we didn't get to know each other because they wouldn't want to talk.
Absolutely.
Because they just wanted a free meal out of it. They don't want you. They don't want us. We're not wanted by those type of women. We're not wanted. I'm translating everything.
So it's like,
I completely understand. So as a man dating with intent, you're ending up.
As a man if you're dating with intent, if you have genuine intentions, you're gonna run into a lot of women that don't want to date with intentions. You're gonna run into a lot of people that just want what you have, want a free meal, want money, want other things besides that stuff that you're looking for.
Up in these situations where a lot of times you
That's why he's still single, trying to find that, because he's probably not gonna find it by trying to date. He may find it by accident, by stumbling across somebody like that. He's not gonna find it in the dating scene. It's just not out there.
in hookup culture, and so you're not getting a second date out of it. Meanwhile, here you are. You have spent your money. You spent time with this person who you're never going to likely see again.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
Women oftentimes are looking at dates as what they can get out of them. Right. And
Exactly. I mean, am I right or am I right? Was I right? He didn't even say it yet, and I said it. No, now you know I'm not talking crazy. Oh, this crazy guy, this crazy albino is just talking. No, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you what it is. This is what it. This is how it is. Women only want that date. Only want what they can get. They don't want to get to know you anymore. They just want what they want. They want the things they can get. Some of them just want their hair done. Some of them just want one of their bills paid. They want you to help them on their rent. They want you to buy their outfits. They want their hair and nails done. I've had women say it directly. I just need somebody to help me get my hair and nails done. They don't care to get to know you. They don't care to spend time with you. They don't care to genuinely have a connection. They just want stuff. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
experience, right? Take me to a nice restaurant. I want the ambiance. I want the treatment, right? And with no intent of doing anything special for the guy after the date. So it's almost like uh, she.
A lose-lose situation. That's what it sounds like.
It's almost like she's getting over on him.
It is. It's not a sounding like. She is getting over on him. We're not sugarcoating. I told you I'm not going to allow it today. She is getting over. Women have spent years, these past 5 or 6 years. I've watched the dating world change. Ever since when I, once I got out of my divorce, I noticed there was a huge change in the dating world. People are just extremely selfish now, both men and women, and it's just crappy, man. And I found out a lot of I don't know what it is. It's like we either date bums or we date entitled people that really have no intentions in trying to get serious.
Right? Like she's using them for meals. And that's what men say.
That's what she's doing.
I'm not going to keep taking these women out if they don't like me. Don't go out if you don't like me.
I don't want to go out with somebody that don't freaking like me. If they don't have any feelings for me, I don't want to go out with them. What are we doing? If it's not going to go anywhere, what the hell are we doing?
Because then it wouldn't end up where he's on the outside looking into the thing. And what do women say oftentimes when he's upset? I took you to this restaurant, I did that, and now you don't want to get close to me, you're not ready. And she's like, well, you wanted to do it. She will let him spend, and spend, knowing she's not interested in this man. Do you feel
I don't even have to say anything. I'm just going to let him talk.
that that's wrong?
No, I don't like users. So, I mean, I do think I think that we're all adults and there's enough of every type out here to where that's not even necessary. Like there are men that really will just spend money on you.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a certain type. There's things that go with that, but
Exactly. There's a certain type for everything. If you're a gold digger, just go get your sugar daddy, man. Don't try to use men that are looking for genuine relationships. If all you want is money, just go get you a sugar daddy. Just go get you a man that just wants to spend money on a woman just for companionship. If that's all you want, just go get it. Don't waste innocent men's time that just want to get to know a woman, want to be really genuinely interested. There's a type for everyone. There's a type of woman for every man. See what I'm saying? So we don't have to play games like that. I agree with her on that, but like I said, still don't agree with what she did. That reason why I harp on what she did because that goes deep. That's not it. It takes a certain mindset, takes a certain character flaw to go that deep to embarrass somebody because they took you to a Cheesecake Factory, to go live on Facebook or whatever she went on live on. It takes a certain mindset. It's a little bit deeper than just, oh, I was just disappointed at where we went. No, that could have been. You didn't have to go online to do that garbage. You could have settled that. Y'all could have talked. Had a talk in the car instead of you trying to embarrass him in front of other people. You bringing other people in it by going freaking live. It was unnecessary. It just didn't require all that. It didn't make any sense to me. Why you felt in your mind you had to do that.
There are, men that'll just spend money on you and are okay with that. You know, but
What do you take from that type of man? If you don't mind me asking, we call that a simp.
A sugar, yeah, that's what we call it. But some of them just want to spend money and just for your time and attention. If they're okay with that, then who cares?
And we call that a simp when a man is willing to buy you anything, take you anywhere, and you haven't actually earned that from him with your affection or just being there for him in general. How do you see that?
If women are being really honest, I don't think most women actually respect a man that is like that. And I think there's two different types. There's the ones that will spend money on and they're objectifying the woman and she's just like a toy for them.
Right.
And then there's the ones that really are
trying to buy his way in,
Yeah.
just trying his best to earn any type of affection from her.
Yeah.
And
You're never gonna get it. You can't buy a woman's affection. Either she has it or she just doesn't. You can't buy it. If she don't like you, there's nothing you could do to make her like you. It's just over. I mean, the moment you find out she doesn't like you, she's not interested in you, there's nothing you can do. All these books and stuff these dating coaches try to have, oh, you got to do it this way, you got to say this and that. If she doesn't like you, there ain't nothing you can do, man. If she ain't got no interest in you, no attraction towards you, there's nothing you can do. I can tell you what you need to do. Find someone else.
there's a lot of those men, there's a lot of those women who allow that to happen, right? So that's why I take what Jay doing here as being something that is great for men everywhere, okay? He knew his worth. You are a beautiful woman, but he said, you know what? I'm just gonna take her home. I don't have to do this. Yeah. Even to the point when you said, I will go eat with you at Cheesecake Factory. He saw it as, I would have set aside the date, right? Us being late to that reservation. You're not holding my hand. You're not talking to me in the car. But it seems that you pulling out that camera really, really got to him. Do you mind telling me what you probably took by that? You're just on a date and all of a sudden now she's recording you.
A lot of times, yeah, if I'm the one asking a girl out, that's me already offering to pay for the meal, right? That's me already being okay with that, right? But her recording me did feel like that's where I felt like she was trying to take advantage. She was trying to and maybe you had a different view on it, but it felt like at the time that you were just trying to get food, like a free meal.
That's what she was trying to do. I mean, that's what it was, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but now she's buttering up now for whatever reason, but to make herself look better. All she's doing is trying to clean up and make herself look somewhat better by providing some type of response or explanation on this interview. Her initial thing was she the way she was on that date. That's the real her. Don't believe this crap that you see right here. That's the real her that was on that date. That's who she was. We're not doing it. We're not pulling this crap today. Who she was on that date was who she freaking is in real life. Let's just stop this. There's all this. Well, I'm just he. No, this is not her. This isn't her here. Who she was at the beginning on the freaking date. That's her. Because you can't unsay those things. You can't undo that. Going live and trying to embarrass the man. You just can't undo those things.
From a fancy restaurant, and then you get content from me too to post on YouTube, Facebook.
Mm-hmm. And you get your reputation ran through the mud. So it's all be done at your expense, right? Mm-hmm.
Trying to defame the man's character, whatever for whatever reason. That's a whole nother level of low, man. I don't understand people.
Now, that wasn't your take. You have many groups where you encourage women on dating. Y'all talk about dating, and
Right.
this was something that you said. Look, y'all see a lot of dates go wrong.
Right.
So, based on your mindset, you really felt like he was taking you.
And women are encouraging other women to be this way. They're encouraging other women to not go to the Cheesecake Factory. I see posts everywhere. If a man take you to Applebee's, he's a scrub, or he's weak, or he's something else. You don't have to go on Applebee's. You don't have to do that. Women these days are just weird and entitled. They want everything, but don't want to give you anything. They're weird, man. They're freaking weird. You have to spend all your money. You have to spend everything that you have, but they're not going to give you anything. That's how they want. If they had it their way, that's how they would be.
Somewhere beneath your value.
Yeah.
And you were saying, I'm gonna show the world how you're treating me, right? Can you tell us a bit about that so he knows that, it wasn't to embarrass you, it wasn't to
Yes, it was. Let's stop. Let's please stop lying. Let's just be. We just gotta stop lying. She was trying to embarrass
get
him.
content.
She was trying to embarrass him. She was trying to get content. She was trying to get a free meal.
Any of that. It
was all of that.
I felt wronged in that scenario. You mind?
No, I did. I felt like you didn't see my value.
Oh, come off it. He waited on you for an hour while you were screwing around up there in your apartment. He was going to take you for a surprise. But you did. We could just went there. Just stop. If a man sees your value, he's going to want to get to know you. He's going to want to talk, to spend time with you. He's going to want those things. Let's just stop. See how Americanized dating has become. If you don't spend all your money on me, you don't value me.
And in that moment,
Just please, when a man values you, he wants to spend time with you. He wants to do things. It's more so about the genuine connection, not so much about sexual intimacy. It's not so much just about spending money all the freaking time. It's just wanting to get to know the woman. But that doesn't exist anymore because it's all about money.
I felt like I needed the support of my viewers in that moment.
No, you were being entitled and you wanted to embarrass him in public.
But
It's not that serious to where you have to embarrass him. You could have just said, "Look, I'm not. I thought we was gonna go somewhere special." That could have been talked about in your car. You didn't need to do this for freaking content. You wanted views, and you were trying to get whatever crappy channel you have monetized.
and not only that, like he said, I discuss relationships and things like that. So I thought
Goodness
that was
gracious,
a
man.
good opportunity for me to kind of have that conversation and see, like, what does everybody else think? I wasn't really taking your feelings into consideration. I wasn't trying to be necessarily malicious or anything like that.
I understand.
Good, good. I'm gonna say this, guys, to end this
Still not okay though. Sorry.
video, okay? In a world with hookup culture,
In a world with trashy dating and bullcrap morals and crappy mindsets,
not having much understanding on relationships,
not wanting to understand relationships because they're not interested in that. They just want what they can get from people. They see people as things, as resources, as ATM machines, as vagina. They don't see people as actual human beings they can get to know and really connect with. They don't see that. That's shot to hell. They just see what they can get.
based on how we're raised, and then you got social media with the Instagram.
We have screwed up backgrounds and where our minds are just fixated on crappy social media that doesn't matter. We're comparing our lives to that stuff, and that's not even real.
Gratification and making it so easily to meet people and replace people. Dating has gotten, it's like a thing that's lost to us.
Dating sucks because we suck.
I want to ask these two beautiful people here a question. They had one date that went bad. They have not went on a date since that day, right?
They're not going to go on a date since if somebody embarrassed me on social media, I wouldn't do it either.
Now, would you guys be open to another date? Knowing what you know
No, it took them too long to answer. No.
now.
I think if we were able to
No.
find a way to get our values more in the center, I could see us trying again.
I mean,
Aww. Now, isn't that sweet?
yeah, I would be willing to go out on a date again.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Listen, we want to keep up with
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
this first date. Actually, we're going to take care of this first date. It's going to be on us. So we're going to send you somewhere just like they used to do on all those other talk shows. We're going to take care of it.
I don't know. Well, she'll probably be happy about that because she don't have to pay for it. So another free meal.
And then we'll reach back to you guys in a couple of weeks and find out how that's going. How does that sound?
One?
I'd love to see what you guys are up to.
I would love to see the follow up. If there's a follow up, I probably follow it and do a stream on it.
As long as it's not the cheesecake now.
Oh,
She's serious.
She is funny, man.
yeah.
I like it. Guys, this was an amazing episode of The Truth Factory. Hopefully you guys learned something from that and can apply it to your life. Happy hunting for your next partner. I'll see you guys next time.
And now I'm not saying that she can't change or whatever. I'm just saying the way it is, it ain't working. As long as you have a jacked up mindset, it's not gonna work, man. You have to change your way of thinking. You have to change who you are, and you have to get the right mindset in order for anything to work. Nothing's gonna work with a screwed up mindset. Nothing. I don't care what it is. I don't care what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, if they're going out again, I mean, hey. Now, if they work it out and they fix it and she changed her mindset, she's not trying to use him for content, and, it could actually work if she changes, get rid of that snobbish entitlement crap. So it could possibly work. Now, I'm not saying that people can't change. People can't change their views and sit up. See, it took this to sit down and have an actual conversation. My question is, what will happen the next time they have a disagreement? Will they have to go on a talk show? Where are they going to go next? Oprah? No, not Jerry Springer. I'm sorry. R.I.P. Jerry Springer. Will they have to go somewhere? Dr. Phil? Where are they going to go next when they have another disagreement? Are they going to be live on Facebook every time they disagree? That's my question. Why do we have to go do these talks, and why do we have to do that? Why do we have to go? Why does everything have to go viral for us to learn, for us to get it? I just don't understand. I'm not understanding this. I guess, but wow. Wow. I don't get it. Why this had to go viral for her to have some kind of understanding. It just doesn't make sense. Our values, what we value, is all screwed up. If a man doesn't spend a whole lot of money on you on the first date, he doesn't value you. That's how screwed up our minds are. And like I said, it don't matter how a person got there. We have to acknowledge that they're there. We have to acknowledge that this person's mind is all jacked up. Can it be fixed? Yeah. Can it work? But those people have to be willing to work on it and work through it. But you have to acknowledge that it's screwed up in the first place. Just like I can acknowledge that I'm screwed up in some areas, in different areas, because I have a past, I have a history of trauma, I have things that I have dealt with in my past. So yeah, I have areas where I'm screwed up in. Can it be worked through? Yes. Can things change? Yes. Can a person's character change? Yes. A lot of things can change. All things are possible. You can fix it. You can turn it around. All that stuff. But both parties have to be willing. You have to have that. Have to be willing to work through it. If that other person is not willing to work through it, if the other person just walks away, I mean, there's nothing you can really do. If they see something in you that they're turned off about and they just walk away, ain't nothing they can do about it. I mean, ain't nothing you can do about it. Just ain't, man. I'm just saying, it's it's just it's rough out here when it comes to dating. It takes a viral moment to just sit down and have a healthy communication. A lot of things are a misunderstanding, but we are so caught up in our own mindsets, so caught up in our own craziness that we automatically take offense to one another, and we don't sit down and talk about it. We just assume that they're trying to do us wrong, assume that they're out to get us, assume that they're just in it. We automatically take offense, and we judge them according to that without sitting down and talking to them about it. That's why it's all screwed up, because our communication is awful. We don't sit down and hash it out. We don't let one person know our point of view. We take something and we just run with it. So we'll never get anywhere, man. It'll never work. As long as we're acting like this, it will never work. It took a conversation. It took a live freaking video for this conversation to happen. They could have had this conversation in the car like he was trying to do, but it's just she wasn't trying to hear it, and it's just all crappy, man. It takes all of this just to have a conversation nowadays. That's how sad this is. We can't sit down and talk anymore and get to know each other. It's just look at all this. Look at all everything that had to happen. Look at everything that had to happen. Just not understanding. You have to do all of this just to have a healthy conversation. And to me, it's stupid. It shouldn't take all of this. We're so far lost to this pathetic. I'm just not I don't but anyway, I think I let off enough steam for today. I think I've said enough. And yeah, I'll be uploading this on Facebook on my Terrell Speaks page on Facebook, and sharing it. And I will be yeah, I'll be uploading my Terrell Speaks page on Facebook to my Terrell Speaks channel on YouTube. It'll be going on YouTube, my Terrell Speaks. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think I've let off all my steam. I didn't calm down for the night. Said nothing against this lady because I don't know her, but I was just not commenting on who she is in real life, because I don't really know her in real life. But I just go off the video. I go off what she showed me in the video. It just came off as ugh. When it came to the date, I wouldn't. It just embarrassed. You try to embarrass somebody. I hate the way we treat each other now. The way we do each other. It's crazy, man. But like I said, it's dating is very discouraging because I thought about dating. I thought about my past relationship with dating, and I was doing that today, and I got immediately discouraged. I was like, do I even have what it takes to do this? Do I even have what? Because you have to. It takes all kind of stuff now to maintain in the dating world. I was like, do I? Because I'm already mentally, emotionally, spiritually exhausted from business, from all kind of other things. And do I have what it takes? Because it seems like a draining experience now, and I often wonder if I have what it takes, even uh, to survive one of these type of relationships. Because it takes so much just to have one meaningful, healthy conversation, and it's just dragging, it's draining. It takes a lot just to go a little bit of ways, and it just sounds like a dog fight, man. Um, Not saying it's impossible. Not saying it can't be done. It just seems like it's just so much you have to go through just to make simple accomplishments, come through a simple compromise. It takes all of this. It takes a whole viral video. It takes you. It's just a bunch of hell on wheels type stuff. Um, two different backgrounds, but what it looks like, two different backgrounds, two different beliefs, two different values. Um, all I can say is it just seems like they're America's dating system is so screwed up that we want things that we don't deserve, that we hadn't earned, and it's crazy, man. But anyway, Um, I think I'm done with this stream. I'll be uploading on Facebook and YouTube, and should be on Twitch for 7 days. But I'm gonna go ahead and upload it to my other channels. I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. What time is it? Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm getting ready to go to bed, and 'cause I gotta get up in the morning. Catch you guys later.